The last is yet to be heard about the Electoral Act, assented to by Mr. President in February. Now, a federal high court sitting in Umuahia has declared Section 8412 of the amended Electoral Act as invalid, illegal, and unconstitutional. In her ruling, Justice Evelyn Anyadike ordered the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, to delete the said section from the amended Electoral Act. Jide, true, we haven't heard the rest. The last word has not been heard regarding this matter.
That's true. And remember, the president tried his best to have the National Assembly expunge that section because he felt that his staff, his members of his cabinet, were being targeted. So he wanted that portion expunged, and he went ahead to sign the Electoral Act, believing that afterwards the National Assembly will remove that portion. But in an overwhelming voice vote last week, the Senate refused to go back to the Electoral Act. Of course, there was even a court matter that came up trying to stop the National Assembly from revisiting the matter of the electoral bill after it was signed into law by the president. So in the end, the Senate refused to go back, meaning that they refused to do what the president demanded of them. Now, the people concerned have had to go to court to secure what they couldn't secure through the National Assembly by having the court affirm that the law was, that portion of the electoral
8412.
Yes, was in contravention of the fundamental human rights of the people concerned. So there are many of them in the Buhari administration who want to contest, but they want to hold on to their current positions before contesting. In fact, the Attorney General boasted that he would hold on to his post to the very end, and I'm not sure that he has given up his ambition to contest for the governorship of Kebbi State, even though he comes from the same ward as the current governor.
Well, but politics will not look at things like that. BC, the offensive provision is something I want to share with you. It says, inter alia, no political appointee at any level shall be a voting delegate or be voted for at the convention or congress of any party for the purpose of the nomination of candidates for any election, end vote. And so it's a matter of interpretation.
Well, it's a matter of interpretation, but also it's obviously political. It's obviously political, and it will appear as if it's targeting some people. Because why are we talking about as a delegate to be voted for or not to be voted for? When you look at it critically, you will observe that some people are being considered to be competing with certain people for certain position in some ways, and probably a way of stopping them is by injecting this into the Constitution. But at the same time, I also know that in states, for example, governors usually tell their commissioners to resign if they have a political ambition.
It's a constitutional provision.
So I now wonder the difference between this
and what the Constitution
says. So is it because this is talking specifically about being delegates or what is the difference? Because that word delegates is very critical. And you know the importance of delegates in choosing flag bearers and positions, national positions in parties and all of that. So that delegates makes this one look so strange.
Judy, as I said, it's a matter of interpretation. Don't you see anybody challenging this decision?
Or the court?
Yeah. I know the case has been adjourned to the 30th.
Yes, it's that's the APC matter
that's it.
Not this one. The judge has given his ruling on this one. Well, some people may challenge it, but the problem is where a portion of an act contravenes the provisions of the Constitution. The Constitution takes preeminence. So it's very predictable what will happen in the final analysis. As long as they continue to point at the relevant sections of the Constitution, it will override whatever is in the Electoral Act. No provision of the Electoral Act or any body of laws can be greater than
the ground norm.
Yes, which is the Constitution, which is our Constitution. So lawyers will always side down. Remember, the president also says, see, this thing will infringe on the rights of the people concerned as prescribed by the Constitution. So it's early days, but
all right.
I know we've not had the last.
We have not, but again, the debate might continue. But remember the biblical text. What I have written for the moment.